What's going on, guys? It's your boy ATF COVR, and today I have some tips and tricks for you guys on how to play Squad Rush. Now tune in to part 2 of where I'll be teaching you guys how to play Squad Deathmatch, probably one of the harder game modes to play in Battlefield 3. And Squad Rush is actually going to help you guys get a lot better before you actually jump into Squad Deathmatch. Now here are some tips and tricks on what you guys should do actually before you even jump into a game. And the first thing that you guys want to do is actually make sure that you know which class that you're going to be running, and watch your teammates to see which class that they're already running, to make sure that not everybody's using the same class or the same class specializations. But yeah, first tips and tricks is engineers are limited because there aren't too many vehicles, and if there is a map with vehicles, then probably somebody should be switching out to the engineer. But the most vital classes that you guys want to use are either the assault / medic, Recon, or support. All three classes are vital other than the engineer. Now the assault class is going to help you guys heal and revive your teammates, which you're desperately going to need, especially if you're attackers, because attackers on some maps you'll get 20 tickets and other maps you'll get 50 tickets, and that is very limited, and those tickets could run out super quickly. And some maps, like I said, you'll have vehicles, so you might need an engineer or so. Now if you're playing as the defender, the best way to actually defend an MCOM is to actually plant claymores or plant C4 on the objective to clear out, or to make sure that nobody gets to it. And this is useful because it keeps you from camping the objectives. It keeps you able to hold better positions than just stuck right in the MCOM, stuck right at the base, or camping prone somewhere in a low corner, and which doesn't make you very useful because the enemy can come out of nowhere. They can come out of anywhere, and if you're stuck in one position and you have to sprint to another, you might just get killed. So another tips and tricks for you guys is know what to use at different occasions. Like here I was using a shotgun for some part for the assault class, and here I was using the M320. Now the shotgun is for close range engagements, which you guys will see a lot of, and depending on which maps that you guys are on. So shotguns are very useful, and the M320 is also very useful, not because you could get double kills or anything, but because a lot of players will tend to camp in buildings or hold down structures, and you want to blow those apart, and you want to make sure that nobody's staying in one building and destroying your whole team. And snipers can camp in buildings and hold down one position, or support guys will lay down bipods in one building and hold down positions. So you want to make sure that you use an M320 to blow them out, or use the M320 to hide the MCON and keep your enemy at bay. Now the M320 smoke is probably another vital tool as well, because it does keep your enemy from seeing where you're actually rushing. It does help you to close out areas that you need. Like here, if I were to put M320 somewhere in between these highways, or somewhere near the objective, the enemy team would not know where we were headed or where we're going unless we were spotted. Now another thing is, when you're spotted, the only way to actually actually see your enemy when they are spotted is to spot them and let your teammates know, because the spotting technique, it only lasts for about 15 to 20 seconds, so it's not very useful if your enemy is coming from really far, unless your teammates are using it as well. So make sure everyone is spotting, make sure everyone's doing spotting correctly. Now the other tips and tricks I have for you guys is, when you're actually defending the MCOM, you have to realize that different positions give you different advantages. Like if you're in a higher place to actually hold down an objective, like at the beginning or the middle of the video, you guys saw me in a higher advantage structure, because it does allow me to see the whole battlefield, or most of the battlefield, where the enemies are actually rushing to, and I can spot my spot for my teammates. And here you'll see a lot of this. You'll see a lot of people camping right in the objective. That's why I was using the M320, which it probably gets annoying if you're using it for the wrong reasons, but this will actually help you blow your enemies out of that little space, and keep them from actually camping, because as soon as you're hit with an M320 and your whole screen gets blurry, it's gonna force you out of that, and it's like forcing rats out of holes. So that's probably the best way you're gonna get your enemies out of there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed these tips and tricks for you guys for Squad Rush. Tune into the next episode for tips and tricks on Squad Deathmatch. Peace.